That's the books. Okay. Yeah, you got it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Reese's Writing YouTube channel. Today we're on the floor. Why, you ask? It's because I've got a pile of books. It's a big pile. I counted 21 books. I think it's 21. 21 books. 21 books from November, book haul, November time. Okay? So let's just get straight into it because I've got a lot to get through. So I recently acquired 2 Alastair Reynolds books. I wanna finish his Revelation Space series that he's done so far. I don't know if he's carrying it on, but these 2 are the Galactic North, and I wasn't a big fan originally of the sort of shiny one. Doesn't have a shiny one. The Prefect does, the shiny book cover, but now I kind of like it. I like the shiny covers. It's nifty. So I want to. They don't all have. The Galactic North doesn't, and Inhibitor Phase doesn't. Maybe I got the wrong. Got a different version, but anyway, Galactic North has 8 novellas, all from Revelation Space. The Prefect, which is a prequel. I think it's a bit of a standalone, but it's based in Revelation Space. Oh no, it's not a standalone. It's a prequel to the original Revelation Space quartet or trilogy or what have you. But this is about a detective figuring out what's going on in Yellowstone, I believe, a planet called Yellowstone. It's supposed to be really good. Bit of a mystery thriller type thing in space. Not a bad idea. And there's 2 others that are in this sort of like part of this arc. I maybe call it an arc of Revelation Space. So that's the Prefect. And then I'm not gonna. Oh god, I can't believe I'm sitting down for this bullshit. And then I have all 5 L's for Doris Lessing. This is the Children of Violence franchise series thing. I think is there 6 of them? There's 5 of them. A quintet, if you will. You got Martha Quest, and then it goes Proper Marriage. I'm currently reading Martha Quest and enjoying it, but I'll save that for the recap, which will be on Monday. A Proper Marriage. Then you have A Ripple from the Storm, which is the 3rd one. It's a bit of a beaten up / taped up version, but I don't mind. And you got Landlocked, which is the 4th. And these are all sort of based around World War II, going from Africa. I don't know whether it's in South Africa or not, but it may be following a main protagonist. I don't know. I'm not really looking into it. I just enjoy Doris Lessing's works. And you have The Four Gated City, which is the final one. Yeah, that is the Children of Violence series by Doris Lessing. That's all of them. And then we have The Promise of Space by Arthur C. Clarke. I didn't think this was non-fiction when I picked this up, but it's non-fiction, based about the like moon, the space race, I believe. It's about space and the troubles that had scientifically about getting to space. And yeah, it sounds quite interesting. Even if I didn't think it was non-fiction, I'd be quite interested to understand what the hell is going on with space and science. So yeah, I may give it a try. That is The Promise of Space by Arthur C. Clarke. And then we have a very weird version of Ursula K. Le Guin's Buchanan's World and Planet of Exile. They're two novellas based in the Hainish world, Hainish thing. And Buchanan's World is actually Ursula K. Le Guin's first novel. I kind of want to get through all the sort of Hainish cycle ones at points. And this is Acceptance by Jeff VanderMeer, the third book of the Southern Reach trilogy. I don't know if he's recently come out with the fourth or he's going to come out with the fourth one soon. But yeah, I love the front cover. Look at that. Front cover's cool. With the owl and shit. This is all sort of weird sci-fi about some exclusion zone. It's been mentioned quite a bit on BookTube and all that sort of stuff. So, and if you've watched the film Annihilation, then this is what the film is based on. And yeah, I'm currently listening to Annihilation and enjoying it. And then we have Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell. This is a very charity shopped version of Cloud Atlas, but there you go. This is huge in like Britain. It's such a everywhere. I don't really know too much about it. I know it's kind of weird in the way it's done structurally and science fiction-y. I was going to read it and I didn't have a version of it, so now I have a version and I can read it. And then we have Rupert Thompson's Soft. I don't really know much about this. I don't know if it's any good, but we'll see. I think it's a bit like 1984. I think it's kind of similar, like consumerism and like having stuff hitting your brain and stuff. It sounds quite interesting. Yeah, I think it's all very like capitalism and greed and then we got a Dracula, which I read recently. Classic, really good book, and yeah, I'll be doing a video about that mid-December. And then we have The Shape of Things to Come by H.G. Wells. I've read I read The Invisible Man. What's the one about invasions? What the my brain's melting. I read The Time Machine. I read The War of the Worlds, and The Invisible Man. I didn't like The Time Machine that much. I don't know, it was a bit bizarre. I don't know. I didn't quite get on with it. I kind of like The War of the Worlds, but The Invisible Man was my favourite. But yeah, this sounds quite interesting. It's sort of like a near future look of after World War One and sort of looking into the future after World War One. It sounds quite interesting. I enjoy H.G. Wells' writing. It's quite I dig it. And yeah, I think it's quite a cool look on things, like going back in time and then understanding what they sort of thought about the future. I like that idea. So yeah, that's The Shape of Things to Come. And then we have Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. This is sort of post-apocalyptic, I believe. And then going around camps and things in like post-apocalyptic time, teaching and acting Shakespeare. Sounds quite interesting. It's been talked about quite a bit. So I'm interested to see what it's about. And then we have another Ursula K. Le Guin. We have The Lathe of Heaven. I haven't read it, surprisingly, but this is all about dreams and how someone can influence the future with his dreams. Sounds right up my alley. That whole idea of inner space fiction, which I will get a video out pretty soon about sort of books I want to read, and this is probably going to be up there because I still haven't read it. And then we have The Philosopher's Stone by Colin Wilson. About two people researching a piece of metal that can change like consciousness. Is a lot of look about the sort of inner consciousness and how like scientifically it can be changed. Sounds very interesting. And another one right up my alley, Getting Sore Sitting on the Floor. And then we have Shikasta. Is Doris Lessing again, and this is a sort of science fiction-y trilogy. This is the first one. I don't have any others, so I will need to get them at some point. But this is about how Earth is influenced by the rivalries and interactions of three powerful galactic empires. I think it looks rather sort of Greek-inspired or Roman-inspired type look at science fiction. And it's also like personal, psychological, historical documents about the visit by Johor. So it's like accounts about going to these different planets and different rivalries. Sounds interesting to me, so I'll put that on the TBR. And then we have CJ Cherry. This was a really random pickup in a Morrison's. I found it in a Morrison's randomly. This is in a trilogy or in a series of books. I don't have any others, so maybe I'll either listen to them or find them somewhere. Yeah, this was a really bizarre find. I can't believe I found it, to be honest. But yeah, it's called Trip Point. I think it's a bit like hard science fiction. Merchant Ship and The Crew. I'll give it a try at some point if I find the rest of the books. Another Colin Wilson, Afterlife. This is non-fiction about life after death and the science. It's about the sort of investigation. Colin Wilson investigates the evidence for life after death. So I'm really interested in like the whole religious or metaphysical thing of life after death. So I'm really interested to see Colin Wilson's investigation on it. And I read just the like freaking content at the beginning about analytical look at it, and it hooked me, so I will definitely read that at some point. And then finally, we have Eric Brown's New York Nights. This is the volume 1 of the Virex trilogy. I think it's very sort of, it's very cyberpunky, 2040 New York, crowded with lost refugees, about a radioactive eastern seaboard. I've heard a lot of good stuff about Eric Brown, especially from Outlaw Bookseller. You should go check him out. He's a great channel. So, yeah, I think he's supposed to be an enjoyable read. But I'll definitely know what's in December as it's sort of Christmas time. So, probably get a few books from Christmas and going back home and things. So, probably be another big book haul for the end of December. There's the books. Okay. Yeah, you got it. I can't get them all in. Okay. So, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. What more books did you get in November? And I will see you next time. Bye.